Hello, Speaker Circle family. Ooh, my hair is all sticking up. That's how excited I am about today. Like, woo, it's going to be electrifying. When I tell you, grab your friends, grab your pens, and get ready to get involved. Somebody already got a comment. He told me, let me tell you what he told me. He said he got some good prizes, y'all. If you are involved, if you comment, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about him. He's a man of his word, which is why I have him here today, okay? Because I met him at an event that he did, which was somebody said they ready. Yes, come on, I'm ready too. Look, I'm ready. Let me tell y'all about the prep, okay? I'm so hyped. Now, y'all know when I get real hyped that it's going to be good, okay? So he was like, you know what? I think we need to meet beforehand. Let's talk. So we had this good old chat beforehand. And I'm telling you, I felt like I got my whole life together, okay? So I was just like so excited about today. I was like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be so amazing. And I met Mr. J. Crotchfield. I was like, I'm gonna mess this man name up because he did this fabulous female summit, Women in Power Summit, with these amazing speakers. And he has this fabulous group, which I hope he shares and tells you guys about. And when I tell you, I had not been to a speakers group event like that now, have you ever been to a restaurant? And I'm talking about you could have went to this restaurant years ago and you could still taste how good that steak was, how good them potatoes was, and you would still tell somebody, "Ooh, that restaurant was so good." You could really, really still taste how good it was. That's how good that summit was. Like, I'm still feasting months and months later off of the information that I got, okay? And I am not jiving. Like, I had to get my coins together. I said, no, I need to pay for this because I'm going to need to go back and watch it again, okay? And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm serious. I had to get my coins together. I said, I got to buy this. It was so good. Look, I ain't even got to his bio. Let me get my life right, okay? Let me tell y'all about Mr. J. Okay, I'm so happy. And like I got so much to say. So when I went to his summit, y'all, I was like, ooh, I wonder will he come and talk to us? To the speaker circle. He don't even know me. But I'm like, he put this amazing conference together. He got to come and talk to the people. Like, this man knows what he's doing. And he has helped so many people out. I wonder, will he come and share the secret sauce with the fabulous people in the speaker circle? And he didn't know me, but you know what? I shared a little bit and he was like, you know what? Yes, he was down. So let's just give him some love because he said yes. He said yes. So that's why I'm saying, you guys, I'm excited because I understand the value of yes. Come on, somebody say yes. You got to be bold. Look, I'm bold for my people. I was like, I'm not finna eat all this good food and not share it. I am not that way. So all I'm saying is y'all better get y'all some too. Y'all better get y'all some too, okay? But let me tell you about Jay. He is a successful software consultant turned digital marketer. And this man was influenced by positive, powerful women. I actually watched his video reel. Now, this is before, look, he gonna think I'm a little stalker. I'm not, okay? I'm not crazy, okay? But before I went into the program and all that, I was watching his video reel and he was like how he got off into the business because guess why? His mother, y'all, he was like, I'm finna help my mother, get them coins, because she's a powerful speaker. So he has a heart for helping women to speak. And guess what? It says 3 ways to 3 times get that revenue as a speaker. And guess what? If you a male on here, don't worry, you can take these same systems too. But the women has had an impact on him, and that's some of the reason why, which he didn't have this written in here, but I watched the video, so that's how I know this. But he has been featured on NBC, Fox, Market Watch. Why? Because he's somebody to watch. And so, what am I saying? Somebody said they hungry, Jay. Somebody told me to move off the stage, Jay. Somebody said they ready, Jay. Okay, they ready. And look, he said, don't be a player hater, be an innovator. That's one of his topics. So I ain't finna be a player hater on the stage today. I'm gonna share the space. And what I'm gonna ask you guys to do, hey Stephanie. That's my sister. I'm going to ask you guys, as you are listening to him and as you are thinking about what you're going to be speaking on and how you're going to be moving forward and how you're going to be increasing your revenue in 2021, because you have already spoken into existence. You have already said, this is what I have came to do. This is what I'm going to do in 2021. You have made an obligation to yourself. You have made a commitment to yourself. And guess what? You're going to keep that commitment. And one way that we make a commitment and keep our commitment is by action. And so with action, we have to actually do some things. And so one thing you can do today is keep a commitment to yourself, take some notes and do something with it. Okay? So we're going to take some notes and we're going to do something with it. All right. Here we go. I'm going to go ahead and bring him to the stage. But what I'm asking you is, if you have any questions, make sure you put those in the chat box, because at the end, I will definitely make sure that I ask him while we have him here. So, hey, somebody say, hey, girl, hey. You can give him some hearts as we bring Mr. J to the stage. Hey.
Hey, everybody. Am I looking okay? I'm all right.
You're good. And I didn't get through your whole, I got too excited, so I couldn't get through your whole bio. But thank you so much for coming. And I'm going to go ahead, step back, and let you do what you do well and share what you have prepared for the people today. Somebody said you look razor sharp up there.
Hey, I appreciate it.
All right.
Awesome. Thanks, Lenise. All right, so Lenise, I'm not gonna mess with you. I know we talked about it. My last name. It's all good. All right, so everybody, Jay Crutchfield here, and today I'm super excited, and very humble, just to be speaking with you all today about 3 simple ways you can 2, 3, 4, 5 extra revenue as a speaker. And I love interaction. So if you can go ahead and just drop, where you're actually on from, what city you're repping right now. I would love to know that. I love interaction, that gives me some energy to keep going. All right. So let me see, where you guys from? Where you guys coming in from? And I'm jumping in the chat. Hopefully I can see. Okay. All right. So I see some Wisconsin on this side. All right. By the way, I'm from Indianapolis, just in case you guys want to know. Okay. Milwaukee, Dayton. All right. Dayton. See, I used to live in Cleveland for a long time, so that ain't too far away. All right. Austin. Oh my goodness. Texas. I don't know what y'all weather like right now, but in the summertime, I remember, oh Jesus, super duper hot. All right. Okay. All right. Thanks for that. Oh, Charlottesville. Okay, all right. Yeah, I think my little cousin, she had a wedding a couple years, 2018, over there in Virginia. Okay, all right, love it. Okay, all right, so I know you guys are ready for the content, so I'm gonna jump right in. And also, too, I'm gonna tell you guys about some cash prizes. How many people like cash? I like cash. I'm sure you like cash, and we're gonna talk about revenue. So yeah, I know, yeah, hot in Texas. I thought so. All right, so let me jump right into the presentation for you guys right now. Let's jump right on in and let me know if you can see my screen. I want to make sure you can see it, so I'm not looking silly on here talking and y'all don't even see what I'm talking about. All right. Let me know. Somebody say got it. Somebody say I see it, so you can see. So I know we all together here on here. All right. Okay, cool. All right. So yeah, again, we're going to talk about 3 ways you can 2 to 5 extra revenue as a speaker in 2021, even if you're brand new, right? Or don't have the confidence that you want to have right now. All right. That makes sense? We good? All right, cool. So here's 3 reasons why you actually want to stick around to the end. So we're going to talk about the first thing, the number one way to go from indecision and overwhelm to taking massive action. We heard Lanice talking about massive action. I was, oh, she must have looked at my slide deck. All right, number 2, I'm going to show you guys the exact 3 systems to go from that single sweatshop worker feeling stressed as that solopreneur to more of a stress-free automated machine, getting things done more with these systems in place. All right. And then the third thing, I'm going to talk to you guys about how I went from making just $47 sales from some of my digital products to starting to be able to make $4,000 sales just with one offer. All right. And if that's not enough, oh my goodness, I got some $100 cash prizes for the most engaged audience members. All right. So if you like money, you like getting them Benjamins, make sure you interact with me. All right. Sound good? All right, cool. All right, so who the heck am I on this side? So we see some pictures of me. This is me and my little sisters. Again, Jay grew up in Cleveland and just been traveled around the world for a while. Folks are military, my parents. And so you see me in my little ROTC uniform. Somebody say, don't I look cute in there? My little ROTC uniform in high school. And that's me and my mom. Lanice talked about my mom on that third picture. You know, she was definitely an inspiration for a lot of the things that I got started. In the fourth picture, all the way on the end, that's me and my lovely wife. Our family has a fireworks business, and so we took that on a couple of years ago and actually had one of our own stores. And so that's us with that bomb product, huh? Bomb product. All right. And so this is the journey. This is the journey that I've been on this side. So grew up in Cleveland, man, it was crazy. 60K in debt. Hey, starting off with all that debt is not a fun thing, but I went on this journey and I'm gonna talk to you guys how I crossed over, got to the other side. So now, you know, I'm a proud papa now. I've been featured in numerous publications, NBC, Market Watch, all that jazz. Anyway, you know, a couple little photos on there. You know, some of this, you know, so people know, okay, this guy, he must know a little something. All right. So I just wanted to look you guys to see some of this, but some of the speakers that I've worked with on the side have been featured in these publications, these places, or TEDx. You know, been on working with Burger King, NBC, John Maxwell team. You know, some of those things. And so with that, I want to talk to you guys about how this even started going back. Oh my goodness, 20 years. Man, I probably don't even look. I can go back 20 years, right? But going back 20 years, how many people can relate to that first speaking engagement, right? That he was nervous, right? And this is taking me back all the way when I was in Sunday school, and the Sunday school teacher said, "Hey, I need you to talk to this group of folks right here." And I was super duper nervous. She ain't give me no prep, nothing. And so what did I do? I said, okay, I'll go up here and share with the class. You know, we've for all this time, we've been preparing all our life for such a time as right now. And so all the things that you've experienced up until now, they're going to help with what you're doing. All right. And so this is what I didn't know this at the time, but this is what I found out. And so I got in front of the class. I started talking and teaching. We're going over some lessons. And so I was nervous at first. I'm talking, stuttering a little bit. And then after that, I started to be able to flow and be able to see the connections in people's faces, light bulb moments, right? How many can relate to those light bulb moments when you're speaking? I'm pretty sure you guys know about that as speakers, those light bulb moments that go off for the people in the audience. And so this is how I was. Hands raised. I'm like, dang, y'all want to hear from me? And so it was super duper awesome being able, yes, getting that flow, getting that rhythm, right? And so it was super awesome being able to see that. And so that encouraged me on my journey to let me know that, yes, I can connect with people. Even though I may not have had all that experience up until that point in time, all those experiences were prepping me for that time. And I say that to you as well. All your experiences up until now, they're prepping you for what you're working on. All right. All right. And so let's go ahead and jump right in. The number one way to go from that indecision and get away from that and that overwhelm to really taking that massive focus action. All right. So what do we mean when I'm talking about that is really focusing on the power of one. I am a believer in simplicity, right? Let's do things simple and in order. Let's do it real simple, right? And so Gary Keller has a book called The One Thing. And so his focus is focusing on one thing, just that one thing. He said, focus on the one thing that makes everything else easier or irrelevant. So we want to make things easier, right? We want to make things easier for ourselves, easier for our team members, easier for everyone that's connected to us, right? And so what did I do for that? What I do, I focus on one thing. So I focus on one core message, one audience, one problem that I'm solving, and then one solution. One message. Somebody type in one message. One message, not 10 messages, one core message. And then other messages can definitely connect with that, but one core message that you're known for, that specialist, right? All right. And then one audience that you're actually working with, one problem, one solution. Once you nail that down, then jump into other things. But let's focus, right? 2021 is the time for focus, time for that specialization, time for drilling down. All right. So we're going to focus on one. Yes, one message. Yes, one message. Yes, one message. Message. Let's focus in. All right. And so this is the format that helps and that I give to my clients also too, and that I've used and we've used for our businesses. We use for the Female Speaker Summit that Lanice was talking about. We use for Speaker Business Automation and a couple of other ventures that we're working on is this format is I help specific audience do this or get certain result in a certain time frame without a pain. Now, what does this do? It lets people know quickly if you can help them or not, and then they'll be able to connect you with other people. All right, so here's a more filled in example of a sheet that we give people. And so on here, you see it says the perfect presentation message. And so the perfect audience. And so for this person specifically, one of our clients is they focus with single moms and the core temperature, meaning that what's the result that they help people get is the weight loss. And so this one specifically is I help busy single moms with children under 3 years old to lose 30 pounds in 60 days so they can look and feel like $1,000,000 without buying an expensive gym membership. So we know moms, I know you guys are do a lot. And so it's a lot being able to, especially children under the age of 3, that's high demand. You got to find a babysitter. And so it's not always easy to be able to go out and get things done on a consistent time because, the baby definitely, he or she may want that time and that sleep schedule and all these different changes, right? And so you see that they're specializing and helping a special group solve a specific problem, getting rid of that pain, which is having to go out to the gym. They can do this right at home. All right. Somebody let me know. You guys getting that? Does that make sense? Does it make sense? Okay, exactly. Okay, exactly. All right, great. Okay, just want to make sure you guys are with me on this side. Good deal. All right. Somebody said, okay, Yolanda, it looks like a check that you can cash. Definitely what this is, definitely this helps people to be able to see that you are the go-to person, Yolanda. You're the go-to for this specific area. All right. All right, so let's jump into the second point is I'm gonna go ahead and share with you guys the 3 systems that really help you to get that stress off of you. And so as solopreneurs, and even if you have team members like myself, and I know some of you guys do as well too, is that sometimes it may be a challenge to delegate because of trust and people not getting things done. But there's some things that you can do and put in place to make sure that there's an easier transition to people, or we can use some automation. And sometimes there's an and with the automation and the delegation on that side. All right. And so here's the flow. Here's the 3 systems that you need. Whether you're a speaker, whether you're a coach, consultant, or any type of business, there's going to always be these 3 systems set up in there, and there need to be connected. So when we talk about systems, we're not talking about in isolation. We're talking about a flow, right? And so here we see the lead system, the sales system, and the fulfillment system. And so just a real quick example on this side. So on this example, there's a grocery store here in the Midwest. It's called Meijer. And so during this time, it was even yesterday, it happened. My wife, she said, hey, we need some things from the grocery store. And I'm like, okay, do I feel like getting a little kid dressed, ready to go out to the grocery store? I was like, no. But what happened is on the lead system for my wife, she saw the ad, right? And so what happened? She saw the ad, she picked up the phone, and what did they do? They enticed us with free delivery. Free delivery. I'm like, yeah, I don't have to get up, get dressed. It's cold here in the Midwest. It's snowing here. I don't want to have to deal with the ice and all that jazz. All right, good. And so free delivery. Somebody's going to actually do the actual grocery shopping for us. And so she picked up her cell phone, placed the order, and what happened? Man, they actually did all the grocery shopping for us and brought it over, dropped it off at the front door. Now, my grandma might be saying, boy, you can still get that though, go grocery shopping. But I'm like, grandma, we don't have to do it like that no more. And so what did they use though? They used that lead system, the sales system, and the fulfillment system, right? And so us as speakers, as coaches, as consultants, we have to make sure that there's a constant flow of the leads coming in, and we have a system in place to be able to sell them. So whether that's a sale from a sales page or a video sales letter online, whether you're picking up the phone, basically booking appointments, closing deals as well, whether you got it on Zoom or whatever mechanism it is, you have to have a system in place, and then a way after you close it, whether it's a speaking engagement, what do you do next on that side? Whether it's that coaching or consulting client, what's the next steps? People need to know the next steps so that they're more comfortable with that buying decision. All right. And so make sure we have that lead system, that sales system, right? And then that fulfillment system, right? We want convenience, right? And we need to know what to do. And so do our clients. And so whether that's your speaking client or everybody else, they need to know what to do next. All right. Does that make sense? Somebody let me know. Does that make sense? Makes sense. We need to have the integration between all of these, because when I first got started, I was actually doing all of the lead generation, going out, finding manually, getting, okay, this organization wants this. Okay, finding the name, putting it into Excel spreadsheet, and then going on to the next one, and then going to the next one, and then contacting them, and then hopefully getting a booking, hopefully getting an appointment, and then getting them on the phone. And hopefully we can close the deal. And that deal may not close that quick, but I might have to do some follow-up. And then like after that, I have to fulfill on it, right? And so I was like, man, this is tiring. This is tiring. I need to put in some systems, some technology, something to help speed this process up. And so what did I do? I started to use technology to integrate those. So I didn't always have to do all of the manual prospecting, that I can actually use ads, and in addition to having people do some of the outreach for me, right? And so we definitely, 2021, some things we're going to have to get off of our plates, right? So that we can focus on the revenue generating activities, right? And so what's going to produce that revenue is actually getting those people to the sales page and getting people on the phone so we can close those deals. Make sense? Makes sense. Good deal. Good deal. All right. And so I'm not just the only person talking about systems. Systems are super duper important. John Maxwell talks about it. He says systems help us to move forward and go as far as we possibly can. All right. Who else? Jan Spence, she's a TEDx speaker. She says, if you don't have technology systems in place, you really don't have a speaking business. And the well-known Lisa Nichols says, hey, you will get paid to speak and realize your speaker dreams with proven systems. So systems are super duper important to have on this side. Now, how many of you would like to see one of the lead sources or traffic sources that we use to be able to narrow in the people that we're actually targeting? How many people would like to see that? I want to see in the comments if you guys want to see that. I'll do a live demo for you. You want a live? Who wants a live demo? Who wants $100? All right, so I see somebody with yes. Okay, I do. All right. Okay, good. Okay. All right. Great, great. Okay. So I'm going to take you guys to a platform that we actually use for helping us to do some of our outreach for contact and potential decision makers. And we're talking about for what we're using for our speaking, for our coaching, for our consulting. All right. All right. So, oh, Garrett, great. Okay. I see some people. Yes. Okay. Live demo. Okay. You guys want it. All right. You guys asked for it. I'm going to give. All right, so I'm jumping in to a tool that we may all be familiar with, I'm sure, LinkedIn. But there's a feature in LinkedIn, it's a paid feature called Sales Navigator. Now, many of you may have heard of Sales Navigator. It's a powerful tool. It's definitely useful because it allowed me and allowed our team and allows our clients to be able to narrow in on a specific group of people. And so on LinkedIn, I mean, I looked at the research from Pew, and they made mention that 45% of the internet users that make over $75,000, they're on LinkedIn. And I believe that other statistic that they talk about, LinkedIn statistic that LinkedIn talks about, is that 4 out of 5 decision makers are on LinkedIn. And so we definitely want to be where the decision makers are and be able to connect with them quickly. And so LinkedIn is a place where you can quickly get access to them, and using Sales Navigator to be able to quickly target in on who we want to get in contact with. All right. I would say, can we all be winners since you're rich? Hey, I love it. I love that. All right. So I'm pretty sure you guys can see my screen now. Okay. On this side. All right. So let me go out of this so you can see. So in Sales Navigator, on this side, we see on my screen here. Let me go ahead and get and scroll to the top. I was doing a search earlier. And so here in Sales Navigator, as you can see, you can search specifically for leads. And what I do is I go to where it says all filters. Now, so all filters allows me to focus in on key decision makers, key people. So if you can, let's see, if you can go ahead and type in the niche that you're in. I like to do something. I have something planned, but I want to go ahead and give even more value for you guys. So if you could type in the specific niche that you're actually targeting, who's the decision makers that you work with, whether it's for a speaking engagement, whether it's for a consulting client, who is your target market? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat, and I'll do a live demonstration. But while I'm waiting on that, I'll work on the one that I had prepared for you guys. All right, so what did I do when I go in here inside of Sales Navigator is that I look for specifically, there are certain ones I look for. So I look at geography. I search for the geo, the locations specifically that we target. And then profile, I'm really focused on English speakers. And then I look for the seniority level. And so usually that's focusing on owners, partners, VPs, managers, directors, chief executive officers, and anyone at that C level. And then this is another search we're doing earlier. So a cool thing about the Sales Navigator is that you can use what's called Boolean logic. And so Boolean logic allows you to be able to place some ors and ands in there and being able to separate out folks that you don't want. So in this instant, this one has real estate agents that are not real estate investors. And I think that's for the most part what this one was. And this is checking the years of experience. So we're not looking for people on the startup side. We're going for some folks that have a little more experience. And so we can look at the drop down. You can see here, if you're focused on folks that are startups, you can give this 1 year, 1 to 2 years on this side, 3 to 5, even more than 10 years. Okay, you see that? And then the company headcount, this allows you to be able to target to say, okay, am I going to focus on solopreneurs? Am I going to focus on people for 1 to 10 in their company, 11 to 50? And you see, you can have more selections on that. And so we use this to be able to narrow down the search options of contacting people. And the great thing about this is that you can export this list. And since LinkedIn allows you to be able to see people's faces and allows them to see you, it gives it a little more of a personal touch because they can see, message them, is that they'll look at your profile to see if you have that one message, right? You focus on that one audience. You're solving that painful problem with this awesome one solution. Does that make sense? Okay. All right. Okay. So I see some comments here. All right. So I see, okay, a couple things on here. Let me scroll through on here. All right. I saw, okay, child care centers, authors, brain injury survivors. Good, good. Women 25 to 55, health and wellness, grandmothers. Okay. Inspiring women. Okay. Empowerment coach. Okay. Reclaiming their journey. Okay. Good deal. Mentor and coach. Okay. All right. Awesome. 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 Okay. Good deal. All right. So let's see. Let's go ahead and I'm going to go with one of these first ones I saw. Okay. So wedding and event planner. So let's go ahead and look at that. So let me X out of this here. We're going to focus on these event planners, wedding planners. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and type in. So I'm going to use this. I'll use some of the Boolean logic, which means usually I just put parentheses. That's not parentheses. There's some parentheses. And then I put quotes around whatever I'm searching for. So this here, I put event planner on this side. And then we're looking for, okay, so we want, let's see, a wedding planner also. All right, so let's look at that. And so let's say, okay, we want event planners or wedding planners. Let's say they have 6 to 10 years of experience. We may even want some folks that have more experience than that. Usually, if they're in business that long, they probably have some money, right? And so looking at that, let's say you want to go with people that are solopreneurs or have the smaller team, 1 to 10. And so we see here, it's at least 2,000 results. But let's see if we want to narrow this down some more. Okay. Let's say just in case you want to focus on people in New York, it's going to make the list a little smaller, but sometimes you want to actually do that. So let's see, let's get through it. Okay, so it's a little less than 200, 183 results on this side. So looking at the choices, we see geography, New York. We see the language, English. We see seniority level. This can be a VP, a partner, a owner, director, manager. And then we typed in the title that they have, right? And then the 6 to 10 years of experience, and then the comp and plus the 10 plus, and then having somebody 1 to 10, and then a self-employed person, which a solopreneur. And so what do we do here? We type in or click on search, and what this does is it gives us a list of these different event planners on the side. So what we can do if we do not like certain things that we're seeing in our results on this side, if I didn't want to see people that were, a managing director or something, I would just, on the title side, I will put event planner and not managing director and not whatever I don't want to see. And so that's what we usually do when we just suggest our clients to do something similar to that. And so this gives us a list. And here, if I want to save this list, I can select it, save list, and just basically create a new lead list. All right. Is that helpful for anybody? I hope that's helpful for somebody today. I hope it's helpful for somebody. Give me some feedback, y'all. Let me know. Let me know if I'm helping anybody out on this side. All right. Good deal. Good deal. Okay. Yes, definitely want to get back on LinkedIn. Definitely want to get back on LinkedIn. Yeah, Facebook is definitely awesome. So is Instagram, YouTube. All these things are awesome too. LinkedIn is a great resource. I mean, we use all of those other platforms also. We still use LinkedIn as well too. All right. All right. Got it. Helpful. Okay, awesome. Yeah, somebody said I use this to get a job only. You can use it for job seeking. You can use it for getting clients also too. All right. And so that's helpful. Good. Okay, so I wanted to show you guys that really quickly on this demo, just being able to see that real time, being able to go into Sales Navigator. And so one of the good things about Sales Navigator is I believe it gives you like a 30-day free trial. So I would focus specifically on that one message, one audience, one pain, and one solution first, and then come in here and do the searching for the people that you're actually looking for, and save that list, and then start to messaging these people one by one. I believe you can message or connect with up to about 100 people per day on LinkedIn, LinkedIn connections on that side. Okay. All right. All right. Anybody getting it? You getting it? Type in getting it. I'm getting it, huh? You getting it? I hope you are getting it. All right, good deal. Good deal. All right, so just wanted to show you that, guys, that on that side too. All right, so we talked about systems, and why are we talking about systems? Because we want to talk about leverage, right? And so as speakers, as coaches, consultants, what do we want to do? We want to be able to use leverage to be able to knock down a lot of things at once. And so as the picture shows, we want to be able to tap one domino and be able to knock down a whole bunch of things connected. And so that's how our systems are going to be connected. And how can we use leverage is being able to productize our speaking. So that's why it's important to have that message down, one message, one audience, one problem that you're solving, and one solution, so that once you have that, you'll be able to productize your speaking and basically be able to outline milestones on how to get to the direction on where people want to go and where they're starting from. And basically what you do is you put milestones in place for people to get there. And so in your speaking, this can be added as a training component to be able to do this. This can also be done on a one-on-one coaching side. And when using leverage, we can definitely use this on the group coaching side. So being able to productize your speaking in 2021. I hope you guys are thinking about that. If you're not already done that already, is thinking about how can I apply leverage to what I'm doing, or how can I duplicate myself in 2021? And so we can only do so many speaking engagements in the year, right? There's only so much time. And so that counts on us to actually do that continuously. And so what we want to do is be able to get systems in place and people in place and products in place that we can be speaking even when we're sleeping. And so we want to definitely be able to do that, so that we don't have to be trading our time all the time, because of course we love speaking, we love connecting with people, but we also have other things that we want to get done. We need more time. We need to be able to spend time with our family, vacation, or whatever it is that you want to do. Does that make sense? Yep, definitely. Duplication, definitely. 2021, yes. Residual, yes. Residual income, super duper important. Yep. Leverage systems products. Yes. Good. Awesome. All right, so here's Lethea Owen. She's the number 8 person in the world on personal branding. This is one of the speakers that we work with, and she was actually on the Female Speaker Summit as well too. This lady is the bomb on personal branding. And so with this, I remember when we connected, she said she would be focusing on speaking on so many different topics. And so she connected with a mentor that talked to her about how important it was for her to not just speak on time management, leadership, but to really focus on one thing. And so doing that allowed her to get over 250 paid speaking engagements by focusing on one. So it's super important for us to be focused on one, so that people know us. And so when they know, that's like, okay, that's Yolanda. Okay, that's Lanice. Okay, they do this, they do that. And so they'll be able to refer you even faster. All right. All right, so we went through the demo on that side. So the third thing that we want to talk about today is how I went from making those $47 sales to $4,000 sales just with one offer, just one. All right. Let me talk about that with you guys. So this is the story of the slushy stand. So that's me with that awesome little afro and those 2 big jeans on and that super big shirt on, thinking I was super cool with my little sisters on that side. And so what I had a slushy stand, right? I was 12 years old. It's taking me back. 12 years old, had the slushy stand. What did I do? My cousin, she had prime real estate. She had a convenience store. And this was on a busy street in Cleveland. And so what did I do? I said, okay, I'm gonna set up shop. It was the summertime, super hot. Kids were coming in and out the store. I'm like, okay, I want to do something. And so I set up my slushy stand, and I just had grape as the flavor, right? Grape. Somebody type grape in there. I had grape as the flavor. You know, some people don't like grape. They say it tastes like medicine, right? But I had grape as the flavor. And so I started off with that, and I started selling that. And then I got more people, and they start asking, more customers, they start asking for more flavors. So I start adding more flavors to it, right? And so you see 3 flavors on that side. And so I thought about it. I was like, okay, what else can I add to this that's going to add value to these people and bring in more money? And then I thought about, it must have been unconsciously thinking about McDonald's. What does McDonald's do? They ask you, hey, you want fries with that? And so what did I do? I started cooking hot dogs, 12 years old, outside, y'all. I had a little hot plate in my slushy in my blender, right? And I had my little table, and then my little change drawer was like a cigar box. And so I had my change in there. And so I started selling slushies with a hot dog. And then what else did I do? I said, okay, what else can I give them to add more value and uh, and actually get paid more and still have a nice markup on it so that I'm getting a good profit? So what did I start doing? I started cooking fries, y'all. And so what happened though? So I got the leads coming in. Remember that the 3 system? I got the leads coming in. I'm making sales, but then the people, they have to wait for me to blend this slushy, have to make this hot dog, and have to fry these fries right there in front of them. And said, okay, I said, I need some help. So what did I do? I brought in my little cousin and I start training him, right? We had SOPs, right? Standard operating systems on procedures on how to operate this slushy machine, making these hot dogs, right? And so what did this allow me to do? It allowed me to focus on the sales portion and allowed them to start doing the fulfillment portion, right? Does that make sense? And so in our speaking business, we definitely want to do the same. The coaching business, consulting business, we definitely want to do the same. It's thinking about and asking a question about leverage. What else can I add of value to what I'm offering right now? What else? What are some auxiliary services that I can actually do and use to actually increase the value? And who can I partner with? Who else can I partner with? If I don't have the expertise, who can I partner with so that I can still offer these services and be able to pad somebody else's pocket and I get paid at the same time and still adding so much value? All right. Does that make sense? We definitely want to increase the value. That's how you actually be able to the 2 to 4, 5x, even more. I mean, you're able to, with that, I was able to 100 it when I went from 47 to doing $4,000 plus, is that you keep adding more value to, and how do you find out how to add more value? You ask your clients, you ask them specifically, okay, what else do you need? You look in the Facebook groups, you survey people. This is how you find out more of what they need. And then what do? You listen to that and you put it together inside of an offer. All right. Increase the value, definitely increase the value. All right. And so what happened? I started making some good money from it. And so what did I use? I used my cute kid appeal to actually do the selling on this side. And so one of the workers in my cousin's store, they said, hey, I want to buy this from you. And so what he did not know is that he didn't have the systems in place and he didn't have the branding with this cute appeal. And so he was sitting there. I actually sold it to him, and he was sitting there. He's about 10 years older than me, and hardly anybody was coming in buying slushies from him. So you got to definitely have your uniqueness with that one message, one audience, the one problem, one solution, so that people know that you're specializing and that you have your uniqueness, your stamp on that. All right, good. Okay, awesome. You buy from all the kids. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Definitely. Yep. Definitely want some feedback. Definitely want the feedback too. It's definitely important to engage with your customers. Definitely important on this side. So this is another speaker that we work with, and she was actually on the Female Speaker Summit as well too. And so she told me she used to focus on a lot of different things and didn't have all the systems in place in her business. But once she started to put the systems in place, the lead system, sales system, and the fulfillment system in place, she was able to start getting booked for those $7,500 gigs and being able to bring in even consulting clients on that side too. All right, good deal. Okay, so what did I do? I upgraded myself. I could hear my girl Beyonce's time to upgrade you. And so that's exactly what I did. That helped me to go from making those $47 sales from those digital products that I was actually doing to having the confidence to be able to make that sale for that $4,000. Definitely. Okay. And so, I mean, just wanted to show you proof, just an example of just one of the processes from going for that 47. Just and we see here on the other side is a $4,000 sale on that side too. And so what did I do? I just added more value so that I knew that I can actually command this type of price for what I'm offering. Okay. Does that make sense? That makes sense. And just think about the confidence boost that you have, right? You start making a $47 sales, $50 sales, to start making $4,000 sales, $5,000 sales, even $1,000 sales, $2,000 sales, because we still do those, right? Think about how much faster you can hit your goals. We talked about leverage. How much faster you can hit your goals with a 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 plus sale versus like a $47 sale. But what can you do? You add that $47 product into it and you keep on putting more value so that you can command that type of price. Okay, good. Okay, makes sense. Yep, yep, yep. And all you have to do is ask for the sale. What? Ask and you shall receive. Ask and you shall receive. And so you may have to keep on knocking. You may have to keep on asking, but you keep adding that value and somebody's going to say yes. All right, so one of our clients, Bianca, she got, just working with us, 3 new clients in a 2-day period on this side. And so she came to us. She's a LinkedIn expert. And, you know, sometimes we kind of get caught up in our own head and just thinking about, okay, should I do this way, this way? And I said, okay, let's go ahead and get clear. One message, one audience, one problem, one solution. And quickly, she was able to bring in 3 new clients in a 2-day period. Now, how many people want to get clients fast? I like getting clients fast. I like getting clients fast. All right. I like getting clients fast on the side too. And so, Lanice, I'm definitely looking to you on this side as far as keeping track of some of these people on this feedback side, because my pocket is itching to give some cash away. All right. Okay. And so how many people would just like to learn just a little bit more and be able to get some more assistance on how to walk through something like this? How many people would like some assistance on that? Does this sound interesting to be able to say, okay, I want to get a little more help with that. I want to get some more time with that. Okay, I see you, Londa. I want to get some more help with this. I don't want to try to do this anymore on my own, because hey, believe me, I tried on my own for a long time. You waste a lot of time and a lot of years, but you know, we only have so much time on this earth, and so we want to move expeditiously. We want to move fast with what we're doing, and so super important to actually say, okay, I need some help and I want some help, and being able to say, okay, I'm willing to even invest in myself, right, to be able to get this done. All right. So I see some people saying, yes, definitely. Yes. Okay. Because we got to use leverage. We don't want to be using all our time and all our own hands to get stuff done. Make sense? Okay. Good deal. All right. And so this I want to talk to you guys about our program. It's called the Speaker Business Automation Method. It's a course that we have. And so with this, you'll get lifetime access to it. You get checklists, you get those templates. We talked about the systems in place. We talked about how you can integrate them. And then you also get this family discount. I like getting family discounts on our tools, on other tools that we're using and with our partners. And you also get the details on these lead systems. You get the details on what do you need to say? What do you need to say when you actually message people? So we give you scripts on specifically, what do I say when I reach out to somebody? I don't know what to say. And how do you handle when they may say no, when they try to reject you? And so we talk about the follow-up systems that's in place in your lead system as well too. And so you get access to that. All right. And so you see, hey, just like a while ago, Apple came out, there's an app for that. There's a checklist for what you need to get done in this course. All right. And so what else do you get? I talked to my peeps at Presenter Sites. Now, Presenter Sites is a site where you can build landing pages, sales funnels, membership areas, membership sites, courses. You can do all of that. And so with this, there's a bonus we're throwing in. You get 12 months free access to Presenter Sites, 12 months access. Now, I've used a lot of tools, and some of these tools are even like $100 a month. And I'm not going to name names, $100 a month, $50 a month, just to be able to do this. But you get access to this for free for a 12-month period, right? And so the other bonus is the integration piece. So we talked about the leads, we talked about the sales, we talked about the fulfillment. We want to be able to connect all those pieces in together. And so we use a tool. One of the tools we use is called Zapier. And so it's a tool that says, if this, then that. So if a person takes this action, then do this. So if, as you can see on the screen, if they booked a call and it meet certain criteria, send this message to Slack. And that's just a messaging platform that we use to do some of our communication with on this side too. Okay. I see some people on some free 99. Yep. And it's good to be able to get stuff inside the system for free. All right. So this last piece is the lead outreach script. Now this piece is really worth it by itself because this gives you the words to be able to say specifically when you're reaching out to people for that coaching program, for that consulting program. What do I say? How do I say this? All right. And so you get those 3 things as bonuses on this side. Now, we definitely had a lot of options, and I'll just be upfront. We offer this usually at $9.97 for this. And so if you go to our site, you'll be able to see that you won't be able to get this for the value that we're actually doing. We're doing something special for the Lenise, for the speaker circle, for the entire community on this side. All right. And so here's what you get again. You get lifetime access to this digital university where we'll walk you through those 3 systems, right? You get the checklist, you get those templates, you'll get the scripts on what to say for the outreach. You'll definitely get our family discount on these tools that we're actually using, that we're using for the Female Speaker Summit, we're using for Speaker Business Automation and other vendors that we're working on. And you'll get that 12 months free access for presenter sites that build your sales funnels out, build that speaker website, or even that course. And then you'll get the integration scripts for Zapier. So you don't have to try to figure out the tech on your own, but we actually give you access to that. And then you get that lead outreach script, right? And so that's a $39.49 value, right? And so again, we usually charge $9.97 for that, but we're not going to actually make you guys pay anything like that right now for this because we're doing a special family discount. You don't even have to pay $4.97 for that, but we're going to do it especially for $2.97 for that. So you get all of this for only $2.97. I'm talking about this is like having that speaker coaching consultant business in a box. Now, I wish somebody was giving me something like this for that type of price. Come on now. $300. I paid more than that just for having access to some sales funnel. Oh my goodness, I paid like twice that just for the web portion, not having any outreach script, not having anything extra like that. All right. And so how many people think that's a decent deal, right? That's decent, right? That's decent. Okay. And plus you get access to myself and my team. Now, I mean, is that worth 3? All right. And so if you want access to that, you can go ahead and go to speakersystemscourse.com. What we're going to do is for the next few days, we're going to make that available because I know some people may see this on a replay. And so we're going to make that available. Make it available through Friday. If that gives a people, it should give you enough time. You better watch that replay quick if you don't see this. But go ahead and go to speakersystemscourse.com. And when you do that, you'll be able to go ahead and get registered. The course starts next week. So we about that action. It's time to go ahead and get your speaker business to the next level for 2021. So you can go ahead 2, 3, 4, 5, 10x your revenue this year. All right. And so you can make it even powerful 2021. All right. And what else are we doing? This is crazy. 60-day money back guarantee. So man, we're taking a risk off you. Right. And so if you follow the steps, watch the training, you don't book at least 10 appointments. I know you can get 10 appointments. You can email us, double your money back. Huh? Now, who offering that? Double your money back. All right. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. Speaker Systems Course. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys in there. All right. Speaker Systems Course, $297. Go ahead and jump in and, message me. Let me know you're in. And I'm looking forward to seeing you all there. All right. All right, guys. All right, Lenise, I'm all ready. Let's go with the questions. Let's talk.
All righty, let's see. Okay. So you all make sure that you are posting your questions, any questions that you have. They're saying thank you for your time. Somebody did ask before, how much did you sell um the lemonade stand for?
Oh my! How much I sold it for $200. I didn't know how to do an evaluation for a company at 12, but I
Yeah.
was like, you know what? I want to travel some more a bit because I know 12-year-old traveling. With my family, they used to go on vacations, and one of our family members was like in the MLB, so I like to go to the baseball game. So sold it for 200.
Okay, wonderful. So I don't know how you will. I don't know if you want to do that later and go back into the group to see who did the most comments to do a
Okay.
prize, or because some of them you can only see Facebook user
Okay.
if they didn't sign up to use StreamYard, so it's hard to see their name. So I don't know if you want to do it that way, if that's the best way.
Okay. Yeah, I could do that. I could do that. I'm gonna choose two of you guys. Two of you
Okay.
guys on the side.
Okay, so two people, you're gonna win something. So make sure that you are in the speaker circle. And you can like let me know, and I'll make sure their name is tagged or something
Okay.
too, so they know that they won. And to reach out to you.
Okay.
Oh, someone says, here we go. We can show it too. Who mentored you, and where are you today?
Yeah, that's a great question. So I've gotten a lot of mentorship throughout the years, and so remember I was talking about the one message, one audience, one pain, one problem. I have mentors for different areas. So mentor on the speaking side, mentor for the marketing side, mentors for so many different things on this side. And so I mean that's what helped us to really build the Female Speaker Summit up is by getting the mentorship, connecting with the speakers to be able to get just those thousands and thousands of dollars in sales from getting that sales mentorship and the expertise. So you guys are being able to benefit from that by even getting that course.
Sorry, my little speaker went off. Okay. Oh, someone's asking how to get. Somebody said thank you in advance for my gift.
I love it.
Okay, this is a good one. Okay. I understand the speaking. I'm lost for sales. What am I selling? And that's a good because some people don't have a product yet to sell. So what do they do?
Okay. Yeah, that's a great question. So I know Lanice and I we were talking about this off camera also too on the side. So yeah, sometimes you don't necessarily have a product that you're thinking about to sell
Or service yet?
or
Product or
service.
service.
Right, right. So, but if you have some speaking experience, or even if you're thinking about getting more speaking experience, what you do have at your discretion is being able to do some research. So one of the things that you can actually do, because you need to find out what people actually want in the marketplace. One of the biggest mistakes you can make, and I made this before, is that you create a product or have a service out there right now and nobody wants it. So what do you do first? You do the market research to see what do people want. One of the places, I'll give you a quick resource to do that now. One of the places that you can see what people actually want is to go on Amazon.com. All right, go on Amazon.com. If your focus is on leadership, what are people saying about leadership? So look up a leadership influence. Look up the book that they wrote. And what do you do from there? You scroll down to the comments to see what are people saying about it. So they'll tell you what they like about it, and key point, they'll tell you what they didn't like about it. That's a gap. And so you make note of that. Put that in Excel spreadsheet, put that somewhere and make a list of that. I mean, think about that. You do that 20, 30, 100 times, you'll be able to find out where the gaps are. So once you see where the gaps are in the marketplace, you continuously keep studying on in your craft. And what it has allowed you to do, you'll be able to put together what's a blueprint. And so on the side, we talk about that in the course, being able to put a step-by-step
I mean,
game,
let's go now. I'm sorry. That is so
put a step-by-step game plan together from the research, from the data. And then you start to see this is what you need when you're messaging people, because you'll talk about this. And once you get them on the phone, you start to ask them questions. And so you do not, I'm telling you, you do not have to have a product or service available beforehand. Start talking to the people. You ask them certain questions, and they'll start to tell you certain answers. So you
I would
start
think you
building.
could do that on LinkedIn too. Kind of do a search like if you did leadership or something like that, and see what the comments and things are, and see where the gap is. What are people complaining about? What
Yes,
are people's pain point, and
yes.
how can you fill that gap? That is really a good. That's a good suggestion. And I would think that. I mean, what are you talking about? What you could have a service or a product based upon your one message, right?
Yes, yeah. And so one of the things that you can do is use your speaking as a way for an extension to what you actually want to create later. So when you're talking to these event planners, decision makers, you'll be able to pinpoint, okay, what are they specifically looking for? What are some gaps? Have the conversation with them. You know, what some things, what did the last speaker do that you like? What did the last speaker do that you didn't like? So you start to finding out these pieces and then looking at your speech. Usually your speech, if you're doing a keynote, it's going to be fairly high level. So looking at a
Right.
more detailed plan of thinking about how can I get a certain result for somebody?
Mhm.
That's what they're going to pay for. How can I get a result? You give me a result, I'm motivated.
So is your program, or what can people who don't have a product yet, would you still suggest them look into what you talked about today?
Definitely, definitely, because what you and sometimes I like working with folks that don't have all that in place, because sometimes what you don't know is the best, because then you come with a clean slate. So what we'll do is we'll walk through a game plan of the three phases that we talk about in our program. So we go through this focusing on message, focusing on automation, and then having a profitability system in place. So you don't necessarily need a product or service right now.
Okay. There was I want to go back because I didn't it was a question. Okay, this was a question. Is a mentor included once I buy this awesome opportunity?
So once you actually purchase, what we'll do is you'll be able to schedule a call, and either myself or one of our growth consultants, you'll be able to get on the phone with them, and we'll be able to customize your game plan. And so even with that, you'll still be able to contact us, email us along the way with questions you have.
Okay. Making sure I'm not forgetting anything. Okay, you guys, I'm making sure we're going to wrap this up in a moment. If you have any more questions, make sure you get them in right now before we close this up. And so I want to make sure that I didn't miss anything. Thank you so much. I do want to make this comment too before you go, just about again how I met Mr. J. It was because of the female. I keep calling it the Female Summit, but what's the proper title of it?
It's the Female Speaker Summit.
Yeah, the Female Speaker Summit, which when I say, I don't even know if you still got that available. Like, if y'all can buy that replay, I'm just going to say you should. Because it was so amazing. But I've heard so many things about LinkedIn, and I don't know if I can't even remember, but there was this amazing speaker about LinkedIn that you had. And then for you to show that information about LinkedIn, I'm telling you all, as speakers, I've heard this so many times. The number one space for speakers to get paid speaking opportunities is in LinkedIn, which is why that's why I keep going back and listening to it, trying to get my life together on LinkedIn. I'm telling you. So it's a tool, especially you even looked up wedding and event planners and things like that. Event planners are normally looking for speakers. So just think about different things like that. And even if you are looking on LinkedIn, speakers will talk about other places that they spoke at. I mean, if you're looking for places to speak, it's just an amazing tool, which I need to be really using myself. But I just want to just really piggyback off of what you said, because it was just really, really good. And so I just want to thank you. Thank you so much. And is there anything else? I just want to make sure, because there's so many comments, I want to make sure that I did not miss anything. Somebody did ask, because I have this on YouTube and stuff too. I'll make sure that you have the link to make sure that you get into the speaker circle, because it's on my page, which it will be deleted off my page. It will only be streaming live. It will only be in the private group here. So I'll make sure you all get the link to get inside this group here. And the final question is, what is the number one question that people ask you about speaking and getting started and getting involved?
That's a great question. So one of the things that a big one that people ask me is like, how do I start to narrow in specifically what I'm talking about to go from like being a generalist to being more of a specialist? And so one of the things that has helped me and that I help my clients with on that side is really starting to look at what other folks are actually doing in the marketplace also too, because one of the things that you don't want to do is try to reinvent the wheel. So look at what are other people specializing in the specific area, and then look at, okay, what do I have expertise in in that area as well too. So the combination of looking at other folks and looking at what you're good at on that side too, and seeing, okay, and looking at that chart or that slide that I had up is I help blank get blank result in a specific amount of time without a certain pain. So always being able to nail down who you're talking to, what problem you're solving, in the time frame that you're going to solve it, and eliminating pain, people want to hear from you.
I do. I'm sorry. I have one more question, because I know that we have some people who, just because I see some of my ministry friends on here that do their speaker in the ministry area. Okay. Can this, or how can they apply this as being a speaker in that arena?
Okay. And so we're talking about faith-based, right? Okay. And so if they're open to it. So of course you can do this in the faith arena as well too. And so this applies, especially having the lead system, sales system, and fulfillment system, because whether you're preaching, whether you're teaching, you're going to be able to need contact with whoever is planning events or planning preaching Sunday, Tuesday, whatever the day is. So you can use that for that. One of the things that I encourage too, because I work with people of faith too. So one of the things that I encourage them to do is to think about the principles of what you're applying, specifically in ministry, from your speech, and see how can I, and ask the questions, how can I use this to be able to help people in the marketplace, like outside of church, outside of like a ministry group, because the same principles that the people that are inside the ministry, inside the church, that are being used there for the spiritual side, it can be applied in the marketplace too. So thinking about looking at how can I apply these principles to help people outside of these circles too. So of course you can do this, use the same system for ministry. I'm saying also too, for even getting paid outside of that, because you want some other streams too, just to think about that. How can you apply that to the marketplace, to people, maybe real estate agents, or, just thinking about some topics on that. That makes sense?
Yes, it does.
Okay, awesome.
Wonderful. So make sure you all connect, and I don't know who the 2 lucky people will be, but everybody can be lucky if you go on to that website, speaker. What is it? Tell them one more time.
No problem. Speakersystemscourse.com. Speakersystemscourse.com.
This is your time. This is your year. And I want to say that, and it was something really powerful that you said when you said about your lemonade stand, and you said that it was yours. You had the idea, you had the system in place. And even when you had the prime location too. Right? You had the prime location, and you got people to help you. And when somebody else came and brought it, it didn't even go the way even though it was your cousin. Right. Shout out to your cousin. We love your cousin. Right. But it didn't go like it should, because he didn't have the systems in place. He didn't have everything in place. And so I just want to encourage somebody today, because sometimes we feel like well, I can't do it. I can't move forward because somebody else is doing this, or somebody else have my idea, or somebody else is, well, if it's yours, can't nobody touch it. Can't nobody do it like you can do it. Why? Because it's yours and ain't nobody got your touch, because you got the Midas touch, and you're going to have the systems in a minute. Hey! So thank you, Jay. Thank you so much for coming. I really, really appreciate you. And I'm going to just say bye to everybody really quickly. So I thank you guys for coming. And I just want to remind you all that we do a live training once a month. We bring on different guests that are just fabulous. And so I did a survey earlier this year. And so there's some topics that you guys want to cover. I want to make sure that we cover those. So just get ready, get ready, get ready. And you know they will be once a month on a Tuesday at 6 p.m. I thank you guys for joining in. I thank you guys for being interactive. And you guys have a very, very blessed evening. Thank you.